Hello, everyone. Hi, Daniel. Do you want me to send you a link? I hope everybody's doing well. Here I am talking to myself. There. Okay. Stat, I'm so glad you're here. Hi, Daniel. Hi, Kevin. Hello, Bethy. Coco, come here. You come here. You come here and face your judges. This little girl just jumped up on the table with no permission whatsoever. Come on. What should her punishment be? Look at that face. Look at that face. Who said ain't Eastwood to chat using the keyboard? What's going on? Daniel, are you going to, do you want me to send you a link? So yes or no, do you want, sure? Okay. Let me invite, copy. Proton, send, Daniel. Link. It's on its way. Okay, here we are. You gonna get bold and show your face one of these days? Sure, you can come up here anytime you want. Just let me know. Daniel, I sent the link. Let me know if you got it. So, Kevin, you're here early, prompt. Hi, Beth. She gets anything she wants. Is that you're talking about Coco? I swear that little girl, she's never that bold. She's so afraid of injuring herself, jumping too high or not high enough and banging into the table. Your mustache doesn't get groomed soon. Hey, I haven't groomed my mustache, but it's staying pretty. I usually have to just feel here and here. And no mustaches there. So anyway, getting to the sister wife drama. We got lots of it. So poor Garrison lost his little life, took his own life because he was having a strained relationship with his dad, and then he was doing drugs, or yeah, no, I don't know about drugs, but really drinking a lot. Getting drunk and abusing alcohol. And I don't know if I have this right. I think I have it off. Is it off kilter here? And the poor little guy, at 25 years old, decides to kill himself. Oh, I forgot to turn my light on. Oh, oh, now you see me. Huh. Don't get scared. Don't get scared. It's just me. Try not to have that light right in my eyes. How's that? It's pretty bright today. Tonight, I can't. If I take my glasses off, I can't see a darn thing. Yeah, Ginger's the gymnast. Coco is the queen. Yeah, she thinks she's the queen. She thinks. Ginger and I know better. But poor Garrison of the Sister Wives reality TV show took his own life on Monday. And it was very sad. I was crying because it was just a big shock that such a young person would hurt so much that he thinks that, he thought that he needed to get away and just permanently extinguish his life. And there's Daniel.
Hello.
Hey, Daniel.
How are you?
Sorry. Took me a minute to notice that you were there. I'm good. How are you?
Fine. I watched your short live Monday. I was back from the grocery. It was already finished. Your live was already finished, and I saw how much it affected you. Yeah.
Yeah, it was terrible. You never want to hear of a young life
Yeah.
being taken so young, but when they take their own life so young, that's pretty bad.
Well, it's a thing that we talk about a lot of thing in our society today, but like you said in the live, it seems that there is still taboo to speak about mental health and suicide and depression.
Yes.
It's
Oh,
still
flower power. Yes, I know. It is taboo. People don't want to talk. I think that the whole stigma behind it is that people think that if you have mental issues, there's something terrible wrong with you.
yeah.
And um, I for the past few years, um, there's been a lot of drama, and people talk, and say, well, she's crazy, or she needs mental health. Um, and a lot of it, is directed mean to know, to say she needs mental help.
Mhm.
because she's a bad person, because she's not 100% a human being if she has any kind of mental problems,
Mhm.
or he or she. um so it's
Like I wrote after that a short comment
mhm,
on your page. I am myself what I call a depressive person in remission. I mean,
mhm.
it's for me, it's not taboo to talk about it, you know. And those who have problems with it, well, I guess it's their own problems. But I think the more we talk about it, the more we take out the stigma that is
Mhm.
related with mental health. You know.
Yes, exactly. And it's just terrible that so many young people decide that that is the only solution.
Yeah, and you know, people sometimes, many times, people around those who took their life feel guilty. I don't know. I'm not an expert in this because I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse.
Hmm.
I only have my own experience about it. But I don't think that those who want to really take their life really give signs, readable signs in their surrounding. I don't know why so many people feel guilty about it, because most of the time, those people who really take their life don't say anything,
I know,
don't leave any clue, you know.
right? It's true. Um, because if, with this story that we're following, I think he sent some, kind of ominous message. Thank you for filming the good days, or I hate you for filming the good days, but they're, good memories to have, and wishes that he would have that again.
Yeah,
And that's what, everybody started getting worried. It's like, what does that mean? He's sending a message. And, sometimes we don't listen to the message. Sometimes we don't know what a lot of times when, especially when you're dealing with an alcoholic, I know because of what I've been through, many times you, um, you're just tired of the noise, the them, of the, the family member or friend that has the mental problems and is also an alcoholic or drug addict. um, you get tired of hearing the noise, and sometimes you do push them away and say, you know what, I've had enough, just go and deal with your problems. And then when something like this does happen, I can see how, someone would feel guilty because they should have been more understanding. But really, does that person have that responsibility to do something about it? Because you've listened to them and listened to them, and um, they don't change,
hmm,
and yet they want pity, and for their what they're going through in their drunken mental state.
hmm,
I don't know. I had a friend that did that to me. She would call me. She would call me her best friend. You're my best friend. Yet every phone call, she was drunk. Um, every uh, thing, what she asked me all the time was, Oh, you were raised Jehovah Witness. You're Jehovah Witness, right? And I was like, no, I told you many times I was raised Jehovah Witness. I am not a Jehovah Witness. And finally, and I know this is selfish, but I have a certain day, Sunday, that I had some TV shows that I watch, and I want to watch them right when they hit I don't want to record it and watch it later. And everyone knows I was told everybody, don't call me on Sunday. And she started calling me on Sunday and calling me on Sunday. And I kept telling her, don't call me. I'm watching my shows, and I can be up until midnight watching these shows. And so she started calling me after midnight. And I told her, don't call me. It's already too late. But I know you're up. I know you're awake. So I said, well, don't call me. Call me before. I said, you can call me any day before 9 o'clock. She couldn't call me before 9 o'clock because she wasn't drunk enough yet. And I finally just had to cut her off and tell her, don't call me anymore until you've sobered up. She knows what she has to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then not only that, but she was also being deceptive to her therapist, to the psychiatrist and her therapist. She didn't tell them that she wasn't taking any of her medication. And she didn't tell them that she had an alcoholic problem. And so all that, and I was like, she must not really be a true best friend if she doesn't even know anything about me. She keeps asking me every time she calls, she'd ask me the same questions about me. And then finally I was like, you know what? I have answered these questions for you every time you call. She says, yeah, but I'm always drunk when I call. And then I'm thinking, why am I even entertaining this person?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm only there when she's drunk. So I had to cut her off. Some people say that wasn't a good idea because she could have, really taken a bad road, and is that really my responsibility?
I don't think so. But,
if anything, if something would have happened to her, that she would have taken her own life because I, was angry at her. And would that have been my responsibility to carry as a guilt?
I'm not an expert in this, but
I know. And that's why I'm just asking what people in general, like if you're thinking about it, what would you think?
I don't. This is a personal answer with no expertise in the field, just by fear. I don't think that it would have been responsibility because, we all have the responsibility to take care of ourselves.
Yes.
That's our responsibility. May I share a short story?
Yes, please.
Well, in the 80s, I was living in France, and I was under antidepressant. Like I wrote you, I lived about 2 years with a deep depression. It took quite a lot to take me out of it. I was seeing a doctor, and and you never know. People around you never know what you are really living, because in the last year or so, I had contact with people in France, and now we see once in a while through Skype. We're living in the same. I was in a student house, with many students, and in Toulouse, in the town of Toulouse. And they were saying that sometime I was not always having a very good temper. I was in deep depression. And how can you say that to people around you? You know, they don't have to wear your feelings. So uh,
Mhm.
I remember that one day I was visiting a town outside of Toulouse, and I was coming back by train. I had my little bag, and I was so fed up to hurt inside, to
Mhm.
feel hurt by everything that was surrounding me, that suddenly I was walking. If I go back to Toulouse next year, I'll remember this, the place, the street corner as if it was now. I was going to, um, how do you say that? Oh, my English is terrible. To cross the road, but the light on the other side was red, you know. And
Mhm.
I remember watching at my left a big truck coming very, very soon. Very, it was getting closer, and very fast.
Mhm.
I said, okay, I won't feel a thing, but I will stop suffering. I walk as if I was going to throw myself in front of the truck. But to this day, the only thing I closed my eyes and I said, forgive me, Lord. You know, well, and the only thing I felt was pulling. I felt a pulling, someone pulling by my shirt collar, someone pulling me back.
Uh-huh.
And suddenly I opened my eyes. The truck was gone, and there was nobody behind me.
Wow.
And it's then I realized what I was going to do.
Mhm.
I took back my little bag and suitcase, and I was shaking like a leaf.
Mhm.
I was shaking like a leaf. And from that spot to the house where I was living, I ran. And I am an asthmatic. I would have been out of breath. I was so under attention that believe it or not, my breath was okay.
Mhm.
I went to my room, and then I fell down and I cried and I cried and I cried and I cried and I couldn't stop. I cry. So I called a friend, and the next day I had an appointment with a psychiatrist. Then start my treatment with pills and psychotherapy. But you know, I share that with those people with whom I lived many decades ago in France, and they never realized how down I was. So they told me we would have feel guilty if anything happened to you. No, no, because you couldn't be in my mind with me.
Mhm.
That's it. That's what I want to share. That's what.
Well, that's an interesting story there. I'm glad you shared it because that same thing goes through many people's heads
Yeah,
every single second of every single day.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
What's going to be easy and fast.
Hmm. But you
Um,
you can't be in your neighbor's shoes. You know.
right. Yeah. I mean, how can
No,
someone?
it's not written on their forehead that I want to commit suicide. You know. And
Mm,
sometimes, like I just told you, it's a thought that happened so fast. I
mhm.
wasn't thinking about it. Just there, when I was walking a few steps, going back to the student house where I was, it just came to me in a flash.
Wow. So who pulled you out?
I never knew. To this day, it's been 40 years or so since, and to this day, I don't know.
Wow.
Was it someone who was walking like I was walking off the train station
Mm-hmm.
to take the many roads going in different places in the town of Toulouse? Probably someone that didn't want to get really involved, but pull and just walk. I never heard of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's been so I owe that person my life, and
Yeah.
I'll never know who she or he was.
Or something else. A greater power.
Or something else, or
Okay.
something.
Daniel, you're not done here yet. Don't even think about it.
I've never thought about it since,
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I take care of myself. I went through treatment, but like I wrote to you, I consider myself a depressive person in remission because I never want to say to myself, "No, it's over. Never again. I'll get depressed." You never know.
Mm-hmm.
You never know. It's like an alcoholic that stopped drinking. The alcoholic can stop drinking, but that doesn't mean he's no more an alcoholic. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I feel the same thing with depression because sometimes when you get tired and when you have uh,
exactly.
thoughts, it would be easy to let myself surrounded with that dark cloud. I have to move and do something to chase it away.
Yes.
It's a work in progress.
Yes, it always is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Life itself is a work in progress, even
yeah,
just the last second of your life.
yeah.
Uh, but when my mom passed away, I went to a very deep, deep, deep depression,
Yeah.
and I couldn't get out. I couldn't get out of it. I spent a year in bed just crying
Mm-hmm.
and just wanting to be dead. It's just like, oh, I don't even know why I'm here. I felt as though I lost my purpose in life. And took me a while, and I started seeing a therapist. And with her help and the medications I'm on, um, have helped a lot. So I just had a therapy session this afternoon. And I was telling her about everything that's been going on in my life. So, yeah, it's like, it's good to, finally feel good about myself.
Mm-hmm.
I felt so bad, because of my mom that I don't think I felt guilty. I felt that we um, didn't take her so seriously when she was um, going, when she was getting sick. We didn't know, now we know. And what everybody should know is if you have liver problems, problem with your liver disease, actually, um, your right ankle swells up, just the right one, not the left one, just the right ankle. And that was happening to my mom. That happened to my mom like 2 years before she passed away. She went to the doctor, everything. They looked at her and they said, oh, this it was her sciatic nerve. And they gave her all of these therapies. Somebody was coming to her apartment and doing physical therapy on her. Nobody, I mean, her own doctor didn't notice that it was the right ankle, and the right ankle is liver disease.
Oh.
And so that, and then other things that she started complaining about, that she didn't feel good. She didn't feel good. And I was like, well, what do you mean you don't feel good? What doesn't feel good? I can't explain it. It just does. I just don't feel good. And kept taking her to the doctor, and the doctor, didn't say anything. You're okay. You're okay. And it's just your sciatic nerve. It's like that's all they kept thinking that it was. And I kept asking her, well, what hurts? Does anything hurt? No, nothing hurts. I just don't feel good. And I was like, well, maybe you're finally feeling the feeling of being 90 something. I said, you've never been 90, whatever age she was at the time, 96, 94. I said, you've never been 94. Maybe you're just now feeling what it is to be 94. And that's why you're tired and you don't feel like doing anything. You're just slowing down from old age. Because nothing slowed my mother down, okay? And so when I saw her, because we were going through the pandemic, so I couldn't see her, go and visit her. My one sister had the right to go. She's the only one that came in and out to help prevent her from getting COVID. And when I did see her, she was so thin. And I mean, my mouth fell to the floor. And I just told her, why are you so thin? I said, and she's like, oh, well, I just haven't been eating right. I don't feel like cooking anymore. My mom was cooking from the minute she woke up to the minute she went to bed.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and a lot of that, I guess I put on myself as we should have known something. We should have known something was up. And by the time she got really sick, she couldn't even walk. Then is when we found out she had cancer. And she didn't have long to live. And she didn't. She went to the doctor. They did an x-ray because she was getting like pneumonia or something. She had a cough, a real, productive cough.
Mm-hmm.
And they did a chest x-ray, and that's when they found the cancer. And I went to visit her when she got the diagnosis. And while I was there, she told my sister she wanted to go to bed. So my sister helped her to bed. And she didn't get up after that. I went home and my sister calls me. As soon as I walk in the door, my phone is ringing, and my sister's like, you have to come back. Mother can't walk. She can't get up to go to the bath. She has to go to the bathroom, but she can't get up. And I was like, okay. So I just grabbed everything, left some extra food and water for the cats, and that's when the journey began. And it was a long 3 months. So my cats. So that's, I don't know. I just had all this Ginger.
Yeah.
She's being mad. She's mad.
She's having the zoomies.
No, she doesn't have the zoomies. She does stuff to make me angry.
Uh-huh.
What are you doing, you silly cat? Come here. Look, say hi to your audience. Say hi to your fans. Hi, everybody. I'm Ginger, and I'm making a mess in the living room.
Hello.
Because my mom is not paying attention to me. He's not paying attention to me.
A Holborn tabby.
Yes, she's a gingerhead.
Ginger tabby. Stealth is not here tonight?
Well, I see that she isn't here tonight.
Okay.
You went through the same mending liver disease that took your husband. Yeah, I don't know what encephalopathy is. Tell me what that means. Encephalopathy. If it's where she sees people, yes, she saw lots of people. She even told my sister to be careful with me because I brought some strange man into her apartment. She's over there. She's sitting in the living room with some strange man. I heard them talking all night long. I wonder who the strange man was. And then she'd ask me like, "Who's that?" And I was like, "Who?" They're in the standing in the hallway. Who is that? And I was like, "What do they look like?" Well, one might maybe a police officer. I was like, I said, I don't know, maybe. I don't know who they are either. It's when the liver overloads with toxins and they go out of their minds. No, she didn't go out of her mind. Um,
Someone
that I
is
can
talking
think of.
about a green cup. Are you talk? Is someone talking about that green cup? It's just water.
It's just water. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, really. This time it's really water
Yeah.
from the tap. From
Oh,
the,
okay. They had a liquid I had to try to give him. Oh. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that stat. Yeah, it is. It sounds horrifying. No, my mother didn't have that. She learned very quickly asking for pain medication helped her sleep and helped her pain. My mother even saw cats. I went in her room and she said, "Get those cats out of here." And I was like, "Where are they?" "They're right there." They were opening that drawer on her dresser. That they were opening and closing the drawers in the dresser. And I said, "Well, what color is the cat?" "Well, one of them is black." And I was like, "Well, maybe it was Kitten because I had a little kitten that I was taking care of, and she was black." I said, "Well, maybe that was Kitten, Mother, coming over here to play in your room, but I'll take them out of here." So Alzheimer's does things to a person's mind, and so does Parkinson's.
Yeah.
My friend that passed away from Parkinson's, she used to see things. She like we'd be there watching TV, and she'd like, "Those flowers are pretty." And I was like, "What flowers?" "The ones up there on the wall." I'm like, "There's no," and then she'd snap out of it like, so, "Oh, oh, I was seeing something." She says, "It's not there. There's no flowers." So it's like, "Yeah, there's no flowers." I hate cancer and I hate death. I'm not afraid of death, but I do hate death taking people I love away. Yeah.
Yeah. It's one thing that we can't avoid, unfortunately.
Yes, and we all do it. We're all born and we all die. And then we can have a conversation of, Do you think that everyone has a destined um, date of expiration? I don't know. Do we? Do we know when we're going to die?
As far as I'm concerned, since that I'm, well, to this day, because tomorrow I don't know, but
Yes.
to this day I'm a cancer survivor, and I went through depression, and I appreciate every day that I have.
Mm-hmm.
But personally, I hope it's gonna be years and years and years to come. But who knows, you know?
Mm-hmm. That's true.
As late as possible, as my grandmother used to say.
Mm-hmm. I had a friend whose um, grandmother's like, when you're born, God lighteth your candle. When you die, he blows it out.
Well, you know, I was working in long term healthcare till my pension in 2021. So I would dare say that many hundred people die. I was working quite often in palliative care to be with the person in their last moment. And only once in all those years and all those cases that I was involved with, I saw someone leaving this hurt with sadness in her face. It's
Oh,
only person that I remember, but all the other person, even if they had a complicated story life, it
mm-hmm.
they went with such as if they were sleeping with such um, the words I don't have the words le visage paisible with some kind of a peaceful look.
Yes.
But I only saw once unfortunate because I don't know, she had something in her life that she was not able to forgive herself. I can't
No.
anymore because it's been so long. I don't remember exactly what it was.
Mm-hmm.
But all the other one, I saw many people that, like I just told you, and she was the only one that when she died had a deep, sad face, a deep,
Mm-hmm.
a sad look on her face. But
Um,
otherwise, all the other one that I saw, they left this hurt with with very lot of peace on
mhm.
their face. Yeah, I'm very sensitive to that. I used to belong to an organization that called itself Le Mouvement Albatros. It's a movement here in the province of Quebec where they train, how do you say in English, bénévoles, volunteers,
Mhm.
to be there with people in the last moment so they don't
Mhm.
die alone. It's very sad for me to this day when I hear that someone in the family or a member of the family who have friend who just passed away, that they had to die alone. For me, that's
Yeah.
so sad. So
Yes.
sad.
Yeah. It is. Dying alone is really sad. And then not being found for days, months later.
Horrible.
Some even years. Some even years. I read about this lady. She had passed away in her house, and the neighbors noticed that her yard wasn't getting picked up, and her uh, newspapers were piling up in the front. The mailman came and delivered mail every day, and the lights still came on at night, and went off in the morning, so they didn't think anything of it.
Mhm.
But what happened is she had her electric bill on auto debit, so they take it out monthly, and she doesn't have to pay it herself. Write a check or pay it online. It does. The company does that, takes out the payment out of your bank, and they finally realized that she was dead is when the bank ran out of money. Her account ran out of money, so the electric bill got cut off. And when that happened, that's when people realized, oh my gosh, she's been there for years. She was in her house for years. I can't remember exactly how many years, but it was years.
God.
Everybody noticed that her lawn had overgrown, and they thought maybe she was out visiting relatives or something. And everybody noticed that her mail was piling up, but her lights came on every night, so they didn't think anything of it.
Nobody dared to go and knock at the door.
Nobody dared to go knock on the door.
Oh dear.
Not until the electricity got cut off, because she had no more money in the bank.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mine would get cut off real quick, so I wouldn't be here for years waiting for somebody to find me.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Well, when you live alone, it's always a thing that can happen.
Yeah.
With my sister, we in French we say texto. I think in English you call it text messages.
Mm-hmm.
If one day goes on and we don't share a text, she phone.
Yeah.
She have the key here. She's the only one who have my key to come in the condo. Since I went through cancer, always text. If one day is no text, she phone. Is everything all right? Oh, I say, yeah, I forgot to. Oh, no problem. Bye bye. That's it. Confirm,
Yeah, I'm just confirming that you're still alive.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, that.
And some people don't have brother, don't have sisters,
Mm-mm.
have nobody. It's so sad. Well,
I know. It is sad.
there are more people like that than we think. A lot of people are alone.
Yeah. Some people don't want to be found. Even after they're dead, they don't want to be found.
When I
So,
when I turn like that, it's because I'm watching the other screen to be able to read the comment, because
yeah.
on this computer I see you, I see myself, but there's no comment that I can read there.
Mm-hmm. I have mine on. I
Flower,
can see that here.
yeah, flower power. What do you mean by boondocks? This is a word, I'm French speaking. This is a word I don't understand. You say, I live alone in the boondocks. I love it, but folks, check up on me. What mean the boondocks? Because I remember when I was a kid, a song that had that word in it, and I never knew what it meant. I never knew what it meant.
Down by the boondocks.
That's right.
Let's see. Okay, come on. I can't believe my forehead looks so big on here. Hold on. Let's see. Boondocks. There's a TV cartoon called The Boondocks. Ha! Remote or isolated country.
Ah, okay.
Remote or isolated country.
It was a song by, I just look on Google. It was a song by Billy Joe Royal in 1965. Down in the Boondocks.
Yes, down in the boondocks.
Yeah, that's
Down in the boondocks.
something like that.
Yeah. I'm trying to read here.
Yeah, Beth was sharing about the loss of her.
Oh,
I think the first she was. I think
oh, Taco.
she was. Yeah.
I know, poor little Taco. At least he's in peace now, playing with all the little dogos. I know that Taco was with Beth all the time. And everything was like, for Taco. We're doing this for Taco. I know he didn't want to leave you, Beth. That was so sad. Up until the end, he was a fighter, a true fighter. Well, what do you think about ending the chat now?
It's your chat. You
It's
decide.
my chat, okay. Well, we missed a bunch of people that didn't come to see us, like Stealth Reporter.
Yeah.
And I mean, even Kevin showed up. Even for a brief moment, he
Yeah.
showed up.
Yeah. No news from Mike. What's the name? Stephens or something like that.
Oh, Mike Stevens. Yeah, no, I haven't seen him
Okay.
around at all. We have Flower Power, Beth, Stat, that finally found our lives,
Yeah.
and Kevin. I think that's all that was with us tonight.
Yeah. I think that we said quite many interesting thing. I think that when someone I hope that people will dare to speak about their feelings about depression, and it's not taboo. It's not shameful. It's part of life. They say that people who are depressive, it's in the brain.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to say it in good English, but it's a serotonin level.
Yes.
Yeah, so there's nothing to be ashamed of being depressed, and to the word. I think the word mental don't help uh, about the stigma of it, because when someone say, "Well, he's mental," you think they're
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah, but it's when you're in deep depression, you don't only feel bad in your head, but in your feelings, but even your body is not well, and I don't think we should be ashamed to speak about it.
That's right. We shouldn't. It should be something we talk about it freely and openly and express our own fears about it.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I don't think that. Oh yeah, I think we should think about. Should talk about it. I read once, but I don't know if the book is in English translation. I wrote a book when I was going through treatment in
Mhm.
French. That the name was. I will say it very slowly. It's in French. It's called Le Loup de Gubbio, the Wolf of Gubbio. It's a legendary wolf. Someone wrote a book about depression, but use the image of the wolf.
Oh.
Yeah, and it help you to understand all the mechanism
Mm-hmm.
the depression, and it helped me so much because the first time I was sent to a psychiatrist, you know, I was saying, should I dare to write to my family and to tell them that I'm going to through a psychiatrist? They're gonna write me back. Stop living in France. Come back to. Uh, it's a book that helped me a lot, and of course, I went through 8 years after of psychotherapy. So I am not ashamed. And if someone thinks, laugh about it, or think it's, I just don't care because
Mhm.
they did went through it. They don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, that's true.
There's so many times, so many human condition that we have a tendency to judge. But are we walking in the shoes of those people? We should not judge.
That's true. That's true. But we're going to say goodnight to
Yeah.
all our fans and
uh,
audience out there. Stat, I am so happy that you're here.
yes.
If you ever want to come on up here, you just let me know.
Oh yeah. The more
Oh,
the merrier.
yeah. Uh, send me an email. Alice Tells All at protonmail.com. It's in the about section of my channel.
Yeah.
And you can send me an email, and that way you'll be in on the scoop, the big scoop. Okay? No, scoop. Look, my nails are green.
Ice cream scoop.
I look, my nails are green
Yeah.
to match with my top.
Yeah. Oh, wonderful.
Yes. And getting ready for St. Patty's Day.
It was my. That's again a sad tone to it, but sometimes you have to take out that was my mother's color. And since green was never my color really, but since she left us, she passed on in 2016. Me and my sister, we always now wear at least something green.
Yeah. A light jacket, a green jacket.
Yeah, that was my father, and that was my father. So for me,
Oh,
it, it for me it's a relic
yeah.
because he died in 1994, and we have two like that. One medium because this is the extra large, and I float
Mhm.
it. Although I have quite a few pounds to lose. But the other one was medium because when he got sick, he lost so much weight, and he liked so much that vest that was from Sears. So we ordered another one in the medium
Mhm.
size, and my sister have it. So
Oh.
when we chat when we chat on FaceTime,
Uh-huh.
Even in the summer, because I have the air,
AC.
we always wear something green.
There you go. Yeah, my color is green too. I like green. That's my favorite color. Okay, good night, everyone. Beth, Jane, Sandra. Forgot about you. Flower Power. Stat. And we have Kevin. And then all the silent, what was it that I said we were going to call them? The silent pussies.
Oh, Didi is just coming.
Oh, Dee Dee.
Yeah, hello Didi, Terrebonne. You know that's a town very close to here, La Ville de Terrebonne. I wonder, I don't, I respect the identity of every people, but I don't know if she's living in Terrebonne. That would make her a French Canadian.
Uh-huh. My nails. My green nails. I'm ready for St. Patrick's Day. Nobody's going to be pinching me. Nobody's going to be pinching me.
Do you have a St. Patrick parade in your town?
Um, I just moved to this new town. I don't know what they have.
We have a big parade here. There's a lot of, in the west part of Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of English speaking people there, and we have in downtown in Montreal. We have a huge cathedral for Saint Patrick, and it's a wonderful parade that we have here. I try now that I'm retired. I'm gonna go again this year. It's everyone is dressing green, and if you don't have anything green on you, they give you a huge hat that is green, green, green with uh, a big foam clover, green clover. When the parades passes by,
Uh-huh.
it's a big, big parade here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know what they do here for St. Patrick's Day. I'm sure they have something going on, but I'm not sure. Go, brah. Who's Aaron? Aaron, go, brah. Is there an Aaron in here? I didn't see.
Your children are almost all French. Oh,
Wow. And Beth, you're my girl. Fist bump. Fist bump. Oh.
I never remember what is that famous main dish that Irish people eat on the St. Patrick Day. It's a kind of a mixture with
Oh, it's cabbage and
potato.
no, it's what's it called? What is it called? Oh no, cabbage and it's a beef. It's a way of cooking a beef
Oh,
roast type thing. It's not roast, it's a brisket.
Beth is saying it's called colcanon.
No, not colcanone.
It's a kind of cabbage mixed with butter. And
No, it's cabbage with meat. I used to cook it all the time. I can't even remember what it's called. You don't like Irishman? Corned beef and cabbage. That's what it is.
That's
Corned
right.
beef. Yes.
That's right. Not the stuff in a can, I hope. The real
No. Yeah, the real
the
stuff.
the corned beef in a can is I don't
Uh-huh. Well, I don't know. I grew up eating that. My mom, that's what she would make. So
okay.
that it's a Mexican Irish meal. The one in the can. The one in the can is a Mexican Irish food.
It's so salty, you know.
Yeah, but my mom used to make us that for St. Patrick's Day
Oh,
in the can. She probably didn't know how to cook the real thing.
well, you know, at least you had food.
Yes. Yes. And she loved it. She'd buy it all the time.
Yeah, my mother was not a good cook, you know. My father was. My mother was, she didn't like to cook, but believe me, we never starved. So,
Yeah. Well, my mom loved to cook and she knew how to cook. She learned more as she got older and it spent, she retired and she was home watching all these cooking shows and she'd write down the recipe and then she'd get in the kitchen and then she'd call me and she's like, you have to take me to the grocery store because I have to buy all this stuff to make this recipe.
well,
She was a really good cook.
in those days here, we did not have a cooking show because we had only two French speaking station and two English speaking station.
Mm-hmm.
The only one that we were able to watch was in the English speaking channel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember if it was CBC or CTV, but that's not important. It was one of the first series that made Julia Child. And my mother didn't understand a darn word in English, so she couldn't pick up the recipe.
Your babies are 3/4 French? Well, I like French food and I like Irish food. I eat a lot of potatoes. So anyway, cut up.
Oh, my mother was the same.
I love
Like
potatoes.
English say, they called it spuds. She
Yeah,
was
but
she was sure anything had to be cooked with potatoes,
mhm.
whatever.
One day I'll do a cooking video.
Oh yeah, sure.
I'm going to. Now everybody's going to be asking me, "When's your cooking video? When's your cooking video?" Oh, when I'm not lazy, and that's not ever. I'm always lazy. Tomorrow I'm cooking liver and onions for my cousin. She's coming over for dinner.
Okay.
But
What's your trick? What is your cooking trick to remove the I don't know how to say it in English. Damn. To remove that bitter taste that sometimes liver have. That
oh,
liver have a kind of an aftertaste of not iron, but it can be bitter sometimes. What do you do to remove the
I follow a very simple recipe by cooking video or cooking channel I watch. Brenda Gant.
Do you soak it in milk? I was told that people were soaking it in milk. I never tried it. I don't know.
All she does and all I do is I wash it, not wash with soap, but rinse it
Yeah.
and pat it dry.
Mm-hmm.
And then just dip it in some flour and fry it.
Okay.
And that's it. And it's so good.
Okay.
Then I put the onions. After it's fried, I add the onions and let the onions cook in the juices from the liver. It's so good. Oh my God, it's so good. I haven't had it in a while, so.
Do you eat it also with fried bacon? Many people I know eat liver, onion, and bacon.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
And that would probably be good with chicken liver. I know some of these people are probably going to say, "Oh, yuck."
Well, they roast. My mother, that was one. I didn't have any liver since I was a kid, since I grew up and I left for France. But I remember that my mother was frying the liver, and then she was frying the onions and the bacon, and when the bacon was crisp, she was removing the grease in the pan, putting back the liver in it, so
Uh-huh.
take cooking juices. That's why I'm asking you, because I never saw someone else except my mother doing liver and onion and adding bacon on it.
Hmm.
Nobody that I know eat bacon with their liver. I don't know where she
That
got.
sounds good. I would eat it with bacon. I hadn't thought of it, but yeah, that sounds good. Bacon and liver. Bacon goes good with everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, put bacon in my cakes. No, no, I've never done that. But hey, they have bacon donuts
Oh,
now.
Fundy just is here. I didn't see him before.
Fundy Coast. Fried liver, onions, and bacon is awesome. I've never made the bacon with it.
I
I'll
am.
have to try it. I
I'm.
don't think I'll do it tomorrow, but next time.
I'm glad that I see someone that made the liver like my mother. God,
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Yeah. Yep. Love the liver, onions, and bacon. It sounds delicious. You cook it for your family. The secret is buttermilk, whole fat.
Oh, what does the buttermilk do with is she's talking about liver? Maybe she's soaking it.
Yeah, she's talking about liver.
Okay, maybe she's soaking it, the liver in it before cooking. I don't know. That would be interesting to know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Didi Terbon. I like uh, uh, a good piece of corned beef with cabbage. Oh, that's good.
Oof. Yes. Oh my gosh. I can
Boiled
see
boiled potatoes, cabbage, and corned beef.
onions, cabbage with onions and bacon.
My father used to
Yum.
my father used to cook the piece of corned beef in the how do you call those? You know, the Presto pressure cooker.
Oh yes.
It was so tender.
The pressure cooker.
I don't know if they still make it anymore, but
Yeah, they do. They still make a pressure cooker, but I think like the Instapot is a pressure cooker type gadget now.
I'm
A
gonna.
lot.
May I show you the pressure cooker that I have from my folks?
Yes, yes.
It's a relic. You know how old that pan is? It was purchased by my father in 1949, and believe it or not, is still working perfectly.
Oh yeah, I can
If I
imagine.
if I want to use it, the only thing that I need is writing to the Presto company, and they told me by the number of the under the pan that they were still making that kind of rubber
Oh,
that
the
I'm gonna show it to you.
good to see you, Fundy. I'm glad you made it. Stat is here, Fundy.
This is my relic.
Oh yes, yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is the little thing that you put on it here
Uh-huh.
when you cook.
Yes.
1949,
Yep.
and it's still working.
Good. Presto.
Yeah, they don't
Very nice.
they don't do thing now that they used to.
No, no, they don't. Presto. Pressure cooker. No. Pressure cooker. They do still make them.
Oh dear.
You can get one on Amazon. And the Instapot.
I don't know. I'm not too crazy about. I don't know.
About the Instapot?
Well, it's a pressure cooker.
Yeah. But you're not too crazy about what?
The electric one. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I've tried it. I was offered one a few years ago for Christmas, and when I want to cook a piece of meat, like I don't know, uh,
Hey, Lucille.
like chuck, uh, it's more tender in the maybe just my imagination, because I have prejudice. I don't know, but I think the meat is so much tender coming out of the stovetop one. That
Yes. I'm sure. I'm sure.
one thing that does very well the electric pressure cooker, because I've been cooking for quite a number of years, and there's two things that I always had problem with was hard boiled egg and rice. When I do hard boiled eggs, pardon me, in the instant pot and rice, perfect.
Wow. And the shell doesn't stick to the egg?
Oh no, I mean, you put the eggs in the instant pot. There's a button on the instant pot for eggs.
Uh-huh.
Um, I let I let it. I think it's 2 or 3 minutes. 2 minutes. I never remember. And then when it beeps off, I let it stand for 10 minutes. I take out the rest of the pressure, and I put my eggs in icy water. I leave it there for about 5 minutes, and you just not and the shell is just flowing out on the of the eggs.
Wow.
Yeah, I always hard time. I have hard a time for when you boil eggs, part of your eggs stay in the shell, but with the instant pot, perfect.
I'm drinking my cranberry juice with Dr. Pepper.
Pepper, is it some kind of a Coke tasting like cherry? Is that it?
Dr. Pepper?
Yeah, it's a soft drink. Does it taste like cherry?
No, it
No.
tastes like Dr. Pepper.
Oh,
This one is a variation with cream soda in it.
I see.
Yeah. It has a different taste than Coke.
Okay.
This one is, I really don't care for it. I pulled it out of the refrigerator and didn't even notice that it said the cream soda.
Yeah.
Oh well. I drank it anyway.
Yeah.
The rubber is a gasket. Yes, Lucille. Rubber is a gasket that you need for your pot, right?
Yeah.
It's a gasket.
Yeah. So it seals well.
Yes. Stat, my mother would not eat leftovers. She would cook these big meals and they'd go in the refrigerator and that's where they stayed. And the next day she cooked a brand new meal. So she was always giving food away. It's like, do you want to eat some of this? Go over there and she's pushing all her leftovers on you because she wouldn't eat them. She didn't like eating leftovers. I have no idea why. But she did not like leftovers. She was a kid.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to say. Okay, guys. I have to go.
Yeah.
I have to go.
Well, that was a nice moment. Oh, we did over an hour.
Yeah,
Time went by.
it did.
It always, like we say in French, le temps passe vite en agréable compagnie, which means time flies in agreeable company.
Company, yes. Very good. Yes, yes, yes. My nanny. Fundy, I'm on glass two. My mastery is fried chicken and rice. Ooh, fried chicken. Yum. Okay, you guys, we'll see y'all next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Love you.
Good day.
Bye.
Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.